You're standing in the Subaru showroom. The keys to a 2026 Forester sit on the desk in front of you. The salesperson is smiling. The pen is already uncapped, and the window sticker says $32,470. That number feels reasonable, manageable, almost fair. But the number on that sticker is not the price. The real price is hidden inside a document they will never hand you. Between $8,400 and $14,700. That is the 5-year hidden ownership cost gap between what Subaru advertises in the brochure and what actual Forester owners end up paying at the service counter, the tire shop, and the collision estimator. 3 specific line items drive most of that damage: CDT service, wheel bearing replacement, eyesight recalibration. I'm not going to tell you what any of them actually cost yet, but I will tell you this. One of those 3 costs alone can hit $2,300 in a single service visit. And most Forester buyers don't find out until year 4. 7 hidden costs, 1 buyer who should sign. There are 7 hidden cost categories on the 2026 Forester and the new 2026 Forester Hybrid. 7. I've priced every one of them against dealer service menus, independent shop invoices, and parts catalogs. And by the end of this video, only 1 buyer profile is going to walk away with the math actually working in their favor. Everyone else should walk out of the showroom or shop the used market instead. Think of this video as the document the dealer is quietly hoping you never read. And that one scenario where buying new still makes sense? It's the scenario Subaru's own service managers admit privately. Hidden cost 1. The CVT service interval lie. Start with the transmission, because that's where the biggest single service bill is going to land. The 2026 Forester uses Subaru's Lineartronic CVT, the continuously variable transmission that has been the mechanical backbone of every gas Forester for over a decade. The 2026 Forester Hybrid uses a different unit, a Toyota-derived eCVT hybrid transaxle paired to Subaru's symmetric all-wheel drive architecture. 2 very different gearboxes, 1 shared problem. Open the 2026 Forester Owner's Manual and look up the transmission service interval. What you'll find is language like inspect and check fluid level under severe conditions. What you will not find is a scheduled replacement interval. Subaru officially does not require you to change the CVT fluid on a normal maintenance schedule. Now, walk into any independent transmission specialist in the country and ask them the same question. The answer you'll get is different. Every 30,000 to 60,000 miles, at a cost of $380 to $650 per service, depending on whether the shop is using OEM Subaru high-torque CVT fluid 2 and whether they drop the pan or do a full fluid exchange. Why the gap between what Subaru says and what the shops recommend? Because from 2019 through 2022, Forester models experienced a documented pattern of CVT valve body and torque converter failures, the exact generation now covered under extended warranty adjustments. Those failures showed up between 60,000 and 110,000 miles, and the repair on an out-of-warranty unit runs $4,800 to $7,200, depending on whether the transmission is rebuilt or replaced. The 2026 Lineartronic CVT is not a clean sheet redesign. It is a mechanical evolution of the same architecture. And the 2026 Forester Hybrid? No verified long-term reliability data exists on that eCVT because the platform is too new. That silence is the warning. Hidden cost 2, the wheel bearing tax. Now let's talk about the noise. If you own a Forester from any model year between 2014 and 2022, ask around your local Subaru community and you'll hear the same complaint over and over. A humming, a whir, sometimes a low growl that shows up around 30 to 45 miles per hour and gets worse when the SUV loads into a left turn, then months later does the same thing on right turns. That's a wheel bearing on the way out. And on the Forester, wheel bearing failures have generated some of the highest complaint volumes of any compact SUV in the segment for the last decade. The reason is architectural. Subaru's symmetric AWD system sends torque to all 4 wheels continuously, not on demand like a Honda CR-V or a front-wheel bias Toyota RAV4. That constant torque loading accelerates bearing wear compared to a front-wheel drive crossover with a passive rear axle. The result? Forester bearings that would last 140,000 miles on a front driver start failing at 75,000. Real replacement cost at a Subaru dealership, $650 to $1,100 per corner, and they rarely fail alone. If the front left bearing goes, the front right is usually within 15,000 miles of following. Independent shops can do the work for $420 to $780 per corner, but you're often looking at $1,600 to $2,400 in total bearing work over the ownership period. The 2026 Forester uses a mechanically similar bearing assembly to the outgoing generation. Owners will feel the first symptoms between 60,000 and 90,000 miles, exactly when a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty expires. Hidden cost 3. Eyesight and ADAS recalibration. The 2026 Forester comes standard on every trim with Subaru's new wide-angle mono eyesight system. It's genuinely impressive technology. It's also a maintenance line item that most buyers never see coming until the first windshield chip turns into a crack. Every windshield replacement on a 2026 Forester requires an eyesight recalibration. Every front bumper repair after a fender bender, every ride height change after a lift kit, or even oversized aftermarket tires. The recalibration is either static, done in a controlled shop environment with calibrated targets, or dynamic, requiring a road drive with specific parameters. Cost: $450 to $1,200 depending on the shop and the calibration method. And here's the trap. Your insurance company will often cover the windshield glass, but the ADAS recalibration is frequently classified as a separate service. You may be paying that $450 to $1,200 out of pocket per incident. And aftermarket glass installers, the $199 mobile windshield replacement services cannot legally certify the calibration on a 2026 model. You'll have to take the SUV back to the dealer anyway. If you're on the Forester Touring or Forester Sport trim, the situation gets worse. Those trims add millimeter wave radar units behind the front emblem for adaptive cruise, lane centering, and emergency braking. A minor parking lot tap that cracks the radar mount, a $180 plastic bracket on any other SUV, becomes a $2,300 replacement job on a Forester Touring because the radar unit itself has to be recalibrated after any physical disturbance to its mounting geometry. Hidden cost 4. The AWD tire replacement trap. Now, the cost most buyers do not even think to calculate before they sign. Symmetric AWD on the Forester has a rule that Subaru does not print on the window sticker. All 4 tires must remain within 2/32 of an inch of tread depth of each other. If they don't, the center differential and the rear differential begin absorbing rotational speed differences they were never designed to handle. The damage is cumulative and expensive. What that means in practice: you catch a nail at 25,000 miles on your rear right tire. On a Toyota RAV4 or a Honda CR-V, you replace 1 tire. On a Forester, you replace all 4. Real numbers: $780 to $1,240 for a full set of OEM spec Yokohama Geolander or Falcon ZX tires in the 225/60R17 or 225/55R18 sizes. The 2026 Forester rolls on from the factory. Add $150 for a 4-wheel alignment because a full tire replacement without one shortens the life of the new set. This is not a one-time cost. Every 35,000 to 45,000 miles for the entire life of the Forester, whether you were planning on it or not. Frame that as what it actually is: a subscription fee Subaru never mentions in the sales brochure. 4 down, 3 to go. 4 hidden costs down, 3 still to go, including the 2 most expensive ones on the entire list. And before I reveal them, I need something from you. How many miles are on your current SUV right now? Drop the number in the comments below. I read every single one before I record the next video, and the next video references these comments by name. This comment section is not small talk. It's your decision journal. Use it. Hidden cost 5, the Boxer engine labor premium. Now, let's talk about the engine architecture itself. The 2026 Forester runs the 2.5-liter FB25 naturally aspirated Boxer. Older performance trim history included the FA24 Turbo Boxer in the discontinued Forester XT. And while that trim isn't in the 2026 Forester lineup, it defines the labor cost pattern for anyone considering a used Turbo Boxer as an alternative. Both engines share the same structural problem: horizontally opposed cylinders. On an inline-4 engine, the kind sitting in a Toyota RAV4 or a Honda CR-V, Spark plugs, valve covers, and cylinder heads are stacked vertically and easy to reach from the top. Open the hood on a Forester and look down. The cylinders lie flat, facing outward, buried under intake plumbing and firewall clearance. Labor time on every top-end service goes up 40 to 80% compared to an inline-4 competitor. A spark plug change at a Toyota dealer on a RAV4, $180. The same job at a Subaru dealer on a Forester, $340 to $520. Multiply that labor premium across every top-end service. Spark plugs, valve cover gaskets, timing components. For the 10-year ownership window, most Forester buyers hold the vehicle. The older EJ25 Boxer had a well-documented head gasket failure pattern. The FB25 is a redesigned architecture that has largely resolved that specific failure mode. But every out-of-warranty repair still carries the Boxer labor tax. That doesn't go away with a redesign. It's built into the geometry. Hidden cost 6. The hybrid battery unknown. The 2026 Forester Hybrid. New drivetrain, new promise, new question mark. This is the first Subaru to run a full parallel hybrid system paired to symmetric all-wheel drive in production form. The system is derived from Toyota's hybrid architecture, the same fundamental technology powering the RAV4 hybrid, but Subaru has adapted it to their AWD layout. The hybrid battery is a lithium-ion pack, and Subaru covers it under an 8-year or 100,000-mile hybrid component warranty. Sounds generous. Read it again. 8 years, 100,000 miles. Then look at what an out-of-warranty hybrid battery replacement costs on comparable Toyota-derived systems in the current market. $3,800 to $6,500, parts and labor, depending on whether you're going through a dealer or a hybrid specialist. Now do the math. The Forester hybrid salesperson isn't going to walk you through. If you drive 15,000 miles a year, you cross the 100,000-mile warranty threshold in year 7, 1 full year before the calendar warranty runs out. If you drive 18,000 miles a year, you cross it in year 6, and the 101,000-mile repair bill lands entirely on you. No warranty adjustment, no goodwill gesture, full retail. Here is what Subaru has confirmed about the 2026 Forester Hybrid. System layout, EPA estimated fuel economy, warranty terms. Here is what Subaru has not confirmed and cannot yet confirm. Long-term reliability data at 150,000 or 200,000 miles because the platform is too new for that data to exist. Consumer Reports has no verified long-term reliability score on this specific drivetrain. Frame the hybrid premium, that $2,800 to $3,600 price bump over the gas Forester, for what it actually is. It's not a fuel savings discount. It's a bet on a drivetrain history that hasn't been written yet. Hidden cost 7, resale value, the honest part. Now, I have to be honest with you about something, because if I only told you the bad news, you'd be right to distrust everything else in this video. The Subaru Forester holds resale value well, not marketing well, actually well. Look at any credible 5-year residual value ranking. Kelley Blue Book, iSeeCars, JD Power, and the Forester has consistently placed among the top compact SUVs for retained value, holding 55 to 62% of its original MSRP at the 5-year mark, depending on trim and market. That is real. That is a genuine ownership advantage. But the resale advantage is not distributed evenly across the lineup, and this is where most buyers get it wrong. The Forester Wilderness trim looks like the resale winner on paper because the off-road aesthetic drives strong initial demand. In practice, the Forester Wilderness depreciates faster than the Forester Premium because the specialized all-terrain tires wear at accelerated rates. Off-road biased buyers shopping the used market demand inspection discounts, and the trim's price premium over base gets compressed in the used market. High-mileage Forester touring models tell a similar story. Every hidden cost from the previous sections, CVT service, wheel bearings, ADAS recalibration, tire cycling, Boxer labor premium, hybrid battery uncertainty, gets priced into the used market bid on high-mileage examples. Here's what actually protects your money. The Forester Premium trim, under 75,000 miles, in a snowbelt state, strong resale, real retention. The Forester Touring or Forester Wilderness, over 90,000 miles, your dealer's trade-in offer is going to hurt. This is where you have to stop believing the general reputation and start looking at the specific configuration you're about to sign for. Cost of waiting, self-diagnosis, and dealer moves. 3 things you need to walk into that showroom with. The first is the cost of waiting. Subaru pricing on the 2026 Forester is projected to rise between 3.8 and 6.2% in Q2 2026, based on current tariff exposure on Japanese imports and announced supplier cost increases. Wait 6 months to sign, and you could be adding $1,400 to $2,700 to the sticker on the exact same SUV. That doesn't mean rush, it means the math changes as you wait. Second, the 3 self-diagnosis scenarios that determine whether the hidden cost stack breaks even against the utility. Scenario 1, the commuter driving 90 miles a week on flat suburban roads, no snow, no towing. For that driver, the Forester's AWD tax, the tires, the bearings, the Boxer labor premium, is money spent on a capability that never earns its cost back. A front-wheel drive RAV4 or CRV is the financially correct answer. Scenario 2, the weekend Colorado skier making 8 to 12 mountain trips a year. The Forester's symmetric AWD, ground clearance, and snow belt reputation earn their premium here. The hidden costs still exist, but they buy real capability. Scenario 3, the growing family hauling car seats, sports gear, and a large dog. The Forester's cargo geometry and outward visibility are class-leading. But if the family lives in a warm, dry climate, the AWD system becomes overhead without payoff. Third, the 4 dealer moves you will absolutely encounter when you walk in. Move 1, the Wilderness Upsell. The salesperson will tell you the Forester Wilderness trim holds resale better. It does not, on a per-dollar basis. Move 2, the Protection Package Bundle. Paint sealant, fabric guard, wheel locks, $1,200 to $2,400. Total dealer cost on those products under $150. Move 3, the extended CVT warranty pitch, offered at $2,400 to $3,600. It's not worthless, but it's overpriced by roughly 40% compared to what a Subaru extended service contract costs when bought through a third-party dealer online. Move 4, the we can beat any trade-in offer trap. The number they raise on your trade-in gets buried into a longer loan term at a higher rate. Every dollar they add on the trade, they take back in interest over 72 months. Name these moves out loud in the showroom. Watch the salesperson's posture change. The 1 scenario, and what comes next. Here is the 1 buyer profile where the 2026 Forester bought new, not used, not certified pre-owned. New makes clean financial sense. You keep your vehicles for 12 years or longer. You drive under 12,000 miles a year. You live in a snowbelt state where AWD is not a luxury, but a functional requirement. Vermont, upstate New York, Colorado Front Range, Utah, Minnesota, the Upper Peninsula. And you pay cash, or you finance under 48 months through a credit union at a rate below 5.9%. That is the profile. That is the buyer whose 5-year hidden cost stack is offset by the Forester's strong long-term durability, its resale floor, and its actual snowbelt utility. Everyone outside that profile, every commuter, every warm climate family, every buyer stretching a 72-month loan, should be shopping a certified pre-owned 2022 or 2023 Forester Premium with under 40,000 miles instead. Let someone else take the first owner depreciation hit. Let the extended warranty coverage catch the CVT and bearing wear during the highest risk mileage window. That's the play. Now, the comment section. Tell me 3 things: your current mileage, the state you live in, and how you're planning to finance. Not because it's a gimmick, because the next video I record is going to reference specific comment profiles by name, run the numbers publicly, and tell you whether the math actually works for your situation. That's your decision journal. Use it. And now the part that changes everything. There is a second Subaru announcement, one that reshapes the entire hidden cost equation for anyone considering the Forester Hybrid or the next generation Outback arriving in the next 18 months. Subaru has not officially confirmed it, but 3 independent supplier filings and 1 leaked dealer bulletin all point to the same conclusion. I'm not going to name it in this video. I'm not going to describe it. I'm only going to tell you this. The next video breaks it down, model by model, cost by cost. And anyone who signs a Forester contract before watching it is signing blind.